All right, so as we continue this work with division, right, we've been kind of talking about like how can we solve division problems using facts we know, right? So if I had something like 15 divided by 5 equals something, I could say, well, if I know that same something times 5 equals 15, right? That idea of the inverse operation, doing the opposite, right? Inverse. I could just think about that, counting out 5, 10, 15. Oh, I counted 3 times. So 3, let's get that thicker so you can see it. 3 times 5 is 15. Therefore, 15 divided by 5 is 3, right? So like that's where we started using some of those facts, which is great. It's a great way to solve it. Today we're going to start talking about like how we can solve as numbers get bigger with equal groups, right? It may be this fact that, for example, I have 64 and I'm dividing it by 8. And if I try to use these facts, I know that's like something times 8 equals 64. Well, I, I don't know, right? Oh, I guess I could count by 8s. I feel like I'd be here a while. I don't know. So we're going to use this idea of like how we can use equal groups and the inverse, because I'll explain why that's the inverse, right? So we have 64 divided by 8. Now, one of the things we've done before with dealing early multiplication skills, right? Early multiplication skills, let's say 3 times 6, was this idea of circles and stars, right? And what that was is like, oh, okay, cool. I got 3 circles, and in each circle, there's 6 stars. And if I count all my stars, I'm going to get my answer, right? And that was a technique we used. It's a great technique. Well, that's 18. Okay, right? And that's a great technique. And so now, because I've said about this idea of the inverse operation, we can actually use the opposite of the circles and stars to divide because, well, that is the opposite, right? Inverse, the opposite. So, like, this whole idea is great. And I'm going to show you how we can do that. So we have 64 divided by 8. So we're going to just work with that circles and stars system backwards. So I want to take the number I'm dividing by, right? I'm taking 64, I'm going to divide it by 8. Well, I'm going to take that number 8, and that just means then I have my 8 circles, right? That tells me how many circles I have. Great. And then we want to think about, well, in theory, how many stars, and I'm not going to use stars for division because you'll see why it kind of gets messy. But how many stars would be in each circle for it to equal 64, right? Like how much would we need to put in there? Well, the whole idea is equal grouping, right? So we're going to start by distributing the 64. And distributing, I mean like putting in or giving, right? Again, like you're handing something out, like your teacher hands out some paper, like one student at a time, so everyone gets the same worksheet, right? We're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna distribute 64 to these circles one at a time, making sure each circle has the same amount. So I'm gonna start just by counting, right? So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, I need to get to 64. I'm only at 8, but so far every circle has the same amount. So I'm gonna continue to add one more into each circle and counting on from 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? Okay, well, let's keep going because we got to get to 64. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, I'm going to make a group of 5 so it's easier to count. So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Oh boy. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Right? So I did it. I got through it all. And as you can see, each circle has the exact same amount in it, and that's what I want. And so to get my answer, I just got to see, well, how much is in one of the circles? They're all the same, so how much is in one? So I'll just I don't know, we'll just pick one of the circles to look at. We'll pick this one. And there's a group of 5, right? There's a group of 5 right there. And then 1, 2, 3. So that's 8, which now tells me when I have 64 and I divide it by 8, I get 8. So this is that equal groups work. So let's do another one, of course, right? Let's take 32 and let's divide it by, I don't know, what do you want to divide this by? Let's divide it by 4. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So again, process. Here's my circles. So I'm going to make circles, 4 of them, right? And now we're going to distribute out that 32. So 1, make that thicker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I want the same amount in each group, and I'm going to 32. So I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, so again, same amount in every circle? Yes. How much is that? 8. Okay, not every answer to division is 8. That's a coincidence, 2 in a row than 8. But that's how we do this. So let's do another one. Let's do another one where the answer is not going to be 8, I hope. Let's see here. Let's take 25 and divide it by 5. Right? Okay. So, right, here's my circles. So I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's distribute the 5 out. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And as I can see, I have 5 in each, right? If I count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a group of 5. So there we have it. This is the equal groupings. Do this. Let's do one more, right? So we're going to take 16 and we're going to divide by 2. So I need 2 circles. And I like, if I only have a couple of circles, I'll draw them pretty big so I can get my numbers in there. And then we just have 16 that we need to distribute out. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't even mean that. Look, it's 8. That's why I'm laughing. Somehow we've seemed to have solved every division problem whose answer is 8 today. That's not true, but that's what it feels like. So this is that equal grouping. This is how we can do it. And again, like I said, the idea of using equal groups with division is a lot like using circles and stars, just backwards. Right? It's that inverse. Kind of go back and forth. So go ahead and give this a try. Keep practicing out and see how that works. We're going to kind of look at another way of doing equal groups in another video. What's going to happen when our numbers start getting bigger? Like what happens if I have 125 and I got to divide that by, I don't know, 5, right? So we'll talk about like what do we do? Because if I sit there and count by ones to 125, I'm going to be here all day. So that's something to keep in mind. That will be our next video. And as always, like, let's just keep up the good work. I appreciate it. You got questions, keep asking. That's what we're here for.